Hey everybody, Ryan FMT here. Before we talk about today's topic, I do want to do a little sub-goal update. So at the beginning of October, I talked about how I really want to make a push for 1,000 subs in October or as soon as possible. And thank you everyone that's, subbed in October or just before on my channel. It's greatly appreciated and we're kind of getting far. We're about like 750, upper 700s right now. And last week I did make the sub goal of 800, so kind of like the first milestone towards the 1000 of doing a meta breakdown. However, World Qualifier is less than a week away, and I really wanted to put out a meta breakdown this week because I thought it would be good for me to kind of evaluate all the decks that I really think are the best and that I might be playing for Worlds. And I assume other people would really like to enjoy that before the World Qualifier this weekend. So I am actually going to be doing that before we hit the 800. However, I still wanted to make a 800 goal, so I tweaked it around a little bit. The new sub goal for 800, the celebration will be a TOA legendary tier list. So basically, I've done this on the channel before. It will be taking all the legendary cards, actions and units from the new set TOA and ranking them from best to worst. And I thought that would be a kind of fun thing. So hopefully by, next week or something, we'll be able to do a TOA legendary tier list. So if you want to see that, if you haven't pet the little corgi in the bottom right corner, that's the sub button, and each and every sub obviously means a lot to me. Today's deck that we are going to be talking about and playing some is kind of a blast from the past. It is Morrigan Temptation, and this has seen a little bit more play right now in the past week or two since the new set, because maybe it has some good matchups in the meta, maybe it doesn't. And I'm kind of a little conflicted of how good I think this deck is right now, but I did see a top 100 Japanese player playing it, and I got this list from them on the Teppen channel, so I was like, you know what? I haven't really played Morrigan Temptation for quite some time, so I was like, let's look at the list, let's just play their list and, see how good it really is. Overall, the card list seems pretty straightforward, right? We have our big res units of a playset of Bookies, as well as 3 legendary purple units of Dark Libido Morrigan, because this is really good at just stopping one of your opponent's units, and almost just a removal spell, because this could keep on hitting in, and it just keeps on halting that unit in front over and over. Then of course we are playing Devil Hunter Dante, because this just flips into Devil Trigger Dante, and this is such a heavy hitter unit that can just win games in and of itself. And then, kind of interesting, we are playing a Golden Lady, and this is good. I like this card, but sometimes it seems a little bit weaker than Ibuki's or stuff, but hey, you can only play 3 Ibuki's, and what's great about this card is it does have Spillover and Veil. So Veil means it's harder to kill. Yes, of course, red damage can still kill it, but Spillover just means it's throwing around damage left and right. Those are our only units, and of course we are big res, so we are playing tons of actions to get all the resonate triggers that we possibly can, and we're playing a playset of Foresight, then a 1-1 split of Agony and Deadweight, just to kind of hedge your bets with which way you want to be halting stuff, lower or higher end. And then of course, playset of Crystal Hunter, as well as Darkhold. And we are just playing 1 secret. I'm guessing why we are just playing 1 secret over, more and then more Crystal Hunters is because Crystal Hunter, you can just have it be your first couple spells, and that is okay, where, secret needs to be your 5th, or so action to really make it good. And then of course, we are playing, some hook shots and devil triggers to really make our Ibukis heavy hitters and just fly very fast and just over and over. We are playing Soul Reflect to basically, I think the biggest reason to be playing this card right now is against disarms, right? They try to disarm your Ibuki, you're like, LOL, nope, Soul Reflect, and then it gives your Ibuki +1/+1, and that is fantastic. And we are playing 2 MP ramps just because, hey, why not? We want to get some MP ramp going. And then, let's see, what else? Ooh, Monstrous Fires, because this is just nice to put 30 more seconds on the clock and hopefully win from there. Diplomacy of Love, I'm actually really liking this card quite a lot, because just for a 3 MP investment, you get so much stuff for just 3 MP that it feels really, really nice. And then a one of Shatter, because hey, triggering your Resonate twice is fantastic, and Memory 4, you gain 2 MP, is a little like, you know, now this is just a 1 MP play, and that feels pretty nice. I think a one of is fine, and I'm not quite sure even about a one of, because the more you play of this, just the more worse it feels. But anyways, like I said, I saw this list from the Japanese player, and I was like, you know what, let's take this for a spin and see how we can do. Round 1, playing against Raging Demon, which is a very popular deck right now, and overall, you know, yes, they have removal, but a lot of times it's only killing 3 MP or 5 MP stuff. However, Raging Demon kills it, or if they are playing Obliteration or Cruel Games, such as that, that all does kill it. I think we should start with a Ibuki. This can start to hit a little bit heavier, but I do just like Ibukis. Okay, maybe we should have played a little bit faster, because now I don't really want to play Exposed Evil Eye, because we only are getting like half a free MP in there. So now we'll just play it. Ooh, hookshot, that's fantastic. Sure. Now we'll play Exposed Evil Eye. Because I was being like, okay, well now we could try to just wait to play another Ibuki, or just go all in on this one. Well, now that they sealed it, obviously we are going to wait to play another one. And now we don't care about this. Right. And this bottom lane is just like, it is what it is. I almost kind of want to play it in the top lane, just in case if they're playing the sealed Dino. That seems a little safer. Sure. We could just halt this. Let's just cantrip for free. I don't really want to spend 1 MP here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Because now we could actually... I think I want to play Lady and then Devil Trigger. Even though they are getting close to their... let's still play Lady. I'm going to do it. Hopefully this doesn't come back and just like, they just destroy it right away. They are at 19, but Lady will be able to get in a couple hits, and that should be good enough. Or if we keep halting this, actually, that's actually fantastic. We just keep halting this, and then they can't, you know, they could ascend over it, but it's not going to kill the Lady because they need a Raging Demon. So we'll just never give them an opportunity to really kill their gate. Let's just halt everything. Yep, and we kind of got there because they just saw the writing on the wall that this Lady is just going to keep on hitting them over and over and over and over again. Up against Devil Trigger, we can definitely keep this. We have a Ibuki, we have a way to, you know, do some MP ramp. We don't have a way to give it flying, but hey, you have a Ibuki, you keep it. Yes, I wish, you know, one of these Exposed Evil Eyes or something like that was a hookshot, but, you know, we'll take what we can get. So it'll be interesting to see if they are some sort of Resonate, which they are. Or I was going to say like a burn style deck. We cannot counter that. We probably just halt. Yeah, I think we just halt here. I kind of wanted to Expose Evil Eye, and maybe we should have. But I don't really want them to start getting triggers off of this, because like if we could just keep on halting, we'll do a pretty darn good job. Let's expose now. Well, we can put Devil Trigger on this, which does give it flight. But I don't know if I really want to waste the agility on that, especially that like it doesn't seem like they're playing tons of units. Brainwash will be a big deal if they can just brainwash our Ibuki, because then it's just kind of like, okay, GG.
Guess I don't need to pull my punches.
Let's just do this. Even though it's a 4 MP play, that's a lot. Ooh, that's fantastic. Because now I just basically want to get up to 23 so that we can touch Temptation, and let's just do it now. We could have actually done this, but we don't really need much more HP because like Ibuki is just coming, you know, just so strong where basically we just want to make sure that, you know, we're not taking that much damage and they're not getting to halt and do that much damage to our Ibuki. So basically it's just keep on halting this big dude up there. 4 more attack cycles and that's it. Let's just halt it again, I guess. Start the clock over. Because having 2 explosive eyes, we're getting so much MP where like we need to make sure that we're always doing that. We could just do this. Actually, let's not do anything. And no, we kind of need to do stuff now. So I was going to say like, oh, it's 2 attack cycles, but now it's going to be more attack cycles because they did their devil trigger. Yeah, let's just do this. Really, the biggest problem is if they get hookshot, but our dude is so big. You know, a 322 is going to probably be able to kill a Ko, especially that we do have more halt spells. We actually don't. I kind of lied. We don't have more halt spells. So, but we can just do that. Ooh, there's a halt spell. Fantastic. Do we just... Okay, this could be a problem now. Because now we have 2 things that we need to halt. We need to halt this Ibuki and their big dragon up there. This is getting Yikes. Let's just do this. At least this is like so big. Ooh, Agony is great right here. Because this card's not doing much dead weight. We don't have any targets. That's fine. We do have another Buki. I wonder if we just wait, play another Buki, and do that. We actually don't have anything to do, yeah. This is going to be a problem because they have their devil trigger. Oh. Okay, well, Monstrous Virus is great. We do still need to make sure that we are halting the up top because it does have the attacking of inflicting halt.
Now I'm officially ticked off.
So now we just have to waste that clock, and then we get to Monstrous Virus, and then hopefully just draw some halt spells for that. We don't really care about countering that or anything. Because this is just, our Ibuki is 2 attack cycles. If it's 4, that does not particularly matter. And this actually should just be lethal right here. Whew, we didn't even need the Monstrous Virus or anything. That was a fun match. This is the big test. We're up against Great Divine Intervention, and you know, this is... we can keep this out. This is one of the most powerful, most popular decks out there right now, and it deals a lot of damage. Yes, Ibuki does, you know, the Resonate does really, really help, but you kind of need to go all in on the Ibuki. Okay, this is a different one. Fair enough, but that's still kind of a little scary. Not going to lie, we're going to take a lot of damage from that, but I think that's okay for right now. We could have waited a little bit more just to have the attack cycle, but it does have agility. That was a little loose on my part. Oh, yikes. Okay, they just have tons of big green units going here. I wish this was Crystal Hunter. I'll speak of the devil.
Naughty, naughty.
This could be really, really nice. I think we just play it now. Oh, okay, that's probably going to be GG's. Especially because we're already taking quite a lot of damage of the heavily kicks Chun-Li. So, like, it was already looking a little rough for us, for sure. Let's see. We don't really care about this. We would like to kill that. We could start halting that, but I don't think that particularly matters. I kind of just want to try to play Dante. Yeah, okay. I was like, because if we just start Crystal Huntering, I don't think we're going to be in a good position. So it's like, let's try Dante. We lost anyways, but I don't think anything would have really mattered. Okay, this time maybe we are against the more traditional red deck. We could keep this, right? We have a Buki. It is nice that we have Foresight and Crystal Hunter. This is pretty good because they do have like Grizzle Veteran, stuff like that, so to Soul Reflect and get +1/+1 on top of the +2 HP. That can go a long way. I was hoping that we would face this red deck. But who knows, maybe they'll drop another Heavily Kicked Chun-Li and be like, LOL GG, we're not the red deck, let's go.
Naughty, naughty.
I wish this was the other 1MP halt spell, but that's why we're playing a split. It is what it is. Let's quickly do that. Because sometimes you want to just quickly keep going and going and going to just make sure you're getting the 2 HP, 2 HP, 2 HP. We should have waited, because now with a Grizzle Veteran, we don't have Soul Reflect up, and that could be a big problem. It is kind of nice we can Agony now. So now we're just kind of in the let's try to just halt this over and over. We will take some damage, and this is exactly why I was like, ooh, that was a pump before. Luckily, it was fine. We did have the Soul Reflect up because we played a little bit smarter this action round than last action round. And now it's 4. A 4/9 is awesome.
Where do you think you're going? Naughty, naughty.
I kind of think about doing like this, but I don't know if we really need to. This is only worth 3, but I think we might as well, because now we're very close to using our hero power. And we should be winning because this is, well, I guess it's a 4 attack turn cycle. But we should win that race before this.
Where do you think you're going?
Ooh, we should have waited because of Soul Reflect, but even a Grizzle Veteran isn't going to do that much. Well, that's just going to do a lot of damage, but now we can halt it, and this should be fine.
Where do you think?
Yep, because we can halt everything. Ooh, that felt great. Ibuki just doing work. Overall, we just went 3-1, and that is pretty good, right? That is a nice showing for this deck. However, my big question is, how good is this in the metagame right now? In a vacuum, this is still a very powerful deck. That is why we see big res, pop up and people still play it, because it is an intrinsically powerful deck, and that goes a long way in the game with Teppen. However, let's look at the meta. How good is this in the meta? And I'm a little unsure, because right now, one of the most popular decks, and probably one of the best decks, is Growth Wolf. And overall, I think that deck is favored against Big Res, even though I will say that Growth Wolf's hero power is weaker against a big res deck than Hadoken, right? You would much rather be playing Ryu Hadoken, because dealing 7 to 1 unit, you would much rather do that than dealing 3 to all enemy units. However, even with that being said, I still think I am in favor of the Wolf. However, against some other things like Raging Demon, I think this is pretty good because a lot of Raging Demon does not hit. A lot of their removal, I should say, does not really destroy what you are playing. I guess it does destroy Dark Libido Morgan, and maybe that makes her a little bit weaker. And so maybe you kind of want to cut her out and just play all 6 drops because a lot of people aren't playing obliterations and stuff like that. However, Raging Demon itself can still kill it, or Rebel's Memory, or Cruel Game. So even decks that might not have tons of ways to deal with, 6 drops or above, still have ways to deal with your units more times than not. And that's not even to mention green decks. Green decks are very popular right now. And Seal goes a long way, and most green decks are playing a lot of disarms and seal effects of that kind, and that really, really can be problematic. However, that is why you are playing a playset of Soul Reflect to try to give yourself some advantage protection over those disarms and stuff like that. So I'm still a little unsure, but I don't know. I do kind of like playing Big Res sometimes, and I haven't played it for a while, so it was very fun. I'll probably, after this video, take it for some more runs to really try to get a better feel for where it is in the metagame, because right now I feel like it's good, but maybe not top tier. But hey, Big Res is just so powerful that I can win games even if it is not the best deck. But thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.